Welcome to the second learning video in this module. In this video, we will explore the current status of wool value chains in the European Alps with regard to aspects of circular economy and sustainability from a geographical perspective. Our research approach comprises abstract mappings and geographic maps, supplemented by brief explanations to enhance understanding the conditions that influence the wool sector in the Alpine region from an economic geographical standpoint. The abstract mappings concentrate on value chains and economic flows, while the geographic maps visualize data within a more specific spatial context, the macro region of the European Alps. Both types of information are presented in report format, featuring concise comments and comprehensive background details. You can access this more detailed background information either in this module or on the AlpTextyles website homepage. This map shows the changes in the number of sheep farms over the past decade, with a red color gradient representing the development in the 42 Alpine regions. National boundaries are highlighted by a white signature, which emphasizes the challenges of data harmonization in this context. Some countries, like Austria and Switzerland, are fully engaged in the program area, while others, such as Germany and Italy, are only partially involved. Overall, there has been a decline in the number of farms across all regions, but the degree of this decline varies significantly. Inner Alpine regions such as South Tyrol, the Ulster Valley and Friuli have seen only minor decreases, while regions in western France, eastern Slovenia and eastern Germany have experienced drastic declines of up to 80%. Several key factors contribute to this decline. European farmers are facing challenges due to low wool prices and insufficient subsidies, leading to uncertainty among sheep farming associations and farmers regarding their future viability. Furthermore, there are specific challenges related to the qualities of alpine wool. While shorter, coarser wool from regional breeds can be utilized in geotextiles and insulation, the longer, finer wool necessary for apparel and high-fashion production is primarily sourced from overseas breeds. Against this context, we gain a different perspective on the changes in sheep populations over the same period. This map uses green and red gradients to illustrate the trends. We can observe positive growth in sheep populations in southern Italy, parts of France, and eastern Austria. Conversely, regions in Bavaria, Switzerland, and Slovenia exhibit a decline. This decline, in addition to the factors highlighted in the previous maps, may indicate centralization processes, particularly influenced by the robust textile sector in Italy. After examining the first two maps, I would like to draw your attention to some additional mappings. We will start with the mapping of the production network, which shows the existence of two separate value chains. The first is the global wool value chain, prominently centered on the apparel segment, and it illustrates its location at various spatial levels. This part of the production network is characterized by strong links to farms in Australia and New Zealand, which serve as the primary sources of wool. Additionally, processing and manufacturing are predominantly situated in low-wage production sites in Asia. This interconnectedness underscores the global nature of the textile supply chain, demonstrating how it relies on non-alpine regions for both raw materials and manufacturing processes. Today, only the headquarters and, in some cases, the design steps are located in Europe or the Alpine region. Regional value chains focus primarily on home textiles, carpets, outerwear, insulation, and geotextiles, reflecting a strong commitment to local production. This sector is deeply integrated into the local and regional contexts, utilizing wool from the European Alps as its primary raw material. When needed, the production process is supplemented with wool sourced from the global market, aiming at a balance between regional authenticity and the capacity to meet diverse consumer demands. Seeing the whole mapping, it reveals a scale split and a product split within the production network. The global value chain is predominantly concentrated in the apparel segment, featuring strong connections to overseas farms in Australia and New Zealand, as well as low-wage production sites in Asia. This concentration arises from the demand for large quantities of high-quality wool that cannot be met by alpine sources alone. In contrast, the regional value chain emphasizes home textiles, carpets, and insulation, relying heavily on locally sourced alpine wool. By developing strategies to promote and sell locally produced textiles for various purposes, representing the product split, the value of locally sourced wool can be restored. The second mapping focuses on value creation and flows within the wool value chain, illustrating economic output and spatial distribution. The height of the boxes reflects the economic output, while tree maps visually convey the spatial distribution across the study area, emphasizing the value added and relevance of commodity flows. The mapping differentiates between flows based on spatial patterns. Green arrows represent inputs, such as pre-products, raw materials, and services including animal feed and wool for processing, while blue arrows symbolize outputs. Key observations indicate that the relevance of the wool value chain increases as we progress from the farming stage to processing. Value creation in wool farming is relatively evenly distributed across the region. However, Italy holds a dominant position in yarn and fabric processing, fueled by significant imports from the global market and other European countries. This dominance is largely due to the demand for wool qualities unavailable in the Alpine region, with various wool qualities serving as keys to different market segments. The Italian textile industry is significantly focused on the fashion and clothing sector, leveraging global production networks that emphasize higher value added. Central to this mapping are three critical factors that frame the current situation for alpine wool. First, the quality of wool greatly influences pricing and market access. Second, certification requirements within the global production network pose barriers for small local wool producers, impacting their market accessibility. Lastly, the production quantity per farm is essential for market integration, often hindering the incorporation of regional wool production into the global textile market. The splits and the framing, as presented before, are caused by a specific set of challenges that significantly impact market access for alpine wool. Firstly, the Treaty of Rome regulates agricultural funding across Europe, but does not recognize alpine wool as an agricultural product, classifying raw wool as waste. This classification leaves farmers without essential funding support. Secondly, globalized industrial production demands large quantities of specific wool qualities. As the alpine wool production cannot deliver these qualities, market access is hindered by quality differences in alpine wool. Existing standards and certifications create barriers that limit producers' ability to compete. Thirdly, environmental classifications often favor non-animal fibers, leading to a lack of recognition for the climate benefits associated with sheep farming, while simultaneously overlooking the environmental impact of synthetic fibers. Finally, although various labels aim to support the origin of alpine wool and could enhance market access, the marketing strategies employed in particular by brands from North America and Asia that reference the Alps dilute the unique identity of alpine wool products. Addressing these challenges is crucial for improving the market position of alpine wool. Our exploration of the alpine wool sector has highlighted several key findings from our research that are worth summarizing. First, there are significant challenges facing the alpine wool sector. This industry is affected by global concentration, structural changes in agriculture, and increasing competition from synthetic fibers, all contributing to a decline in the production and processing of wool in Europe and the Alpine region. Second, there is considerable economic potential tied to consumer engagement. By emphasizing the value of alpine origin, demand for alpine wool can be boosted, underscoring the importance of consumer awareness through transparent farming practices and innovative marketing strategies. Third, opportunities for development are promising. Strengthened networking and technical innovation can enhance collaboration at the regional level and improve competitiveness in the international market. Successful examples for regional network hubs demonstrate pathways to greater regional value creation within the sector. These successful initiatives within the Alpine region can pave the way for increased value for the entire alpine wool sector. If you want to delve deeper into this subject, we encourage you to explore the report titled Mapping Alpine Wool. This comprehensive document provides valuable insights and detailed analysis, shedding light on the unique characteristics and significance of alpine wool in various contexts. Don't miss the opportunity to enhance your understanding.